welcome back, everyone, to another episode of everyone's favorite on the internet. On what morning is it today?
It's Wednesday
Oh,
morning, so that means
it's
it's pitch
Wednesday morning.
practice. This show, yeah, it's Wednesday. It's
The
Wednesday.
show, yes, yes, and I'm Mark, the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101, helping business owners just like you leverage the power of sales funnels to build the lifestyle business of your dreams. And now we are implementing linchpin frameworks in the mix. What's up? What's up, Brandon?
Good morning, Brandon here with BKXX Enterprises, helping you fix that digital foundation so you can get found and make your marketing free. I know it's an interesting
Make
concept,
your
but your
marketing
marketing,
free.
yeah, I know it's an interesting concept, but your marketing should be free if it's done right. And we're going to talk about that today because we have jumped back into The Ultimate Sales Machine by Mr. Chet Holmes. So if you haven't gotten this book, definitely get this book.
All right. Good to see you have the book again, Brandon.
I
Good to
was,
see you
man,
back.
I've had the book. It's just been sitting on my desk here.
Yeah. Good to see you have it out, opened up, and now we're starting to get into it again. It's awesome. If you're out there watching, smash that heart button, give us a like so we can push this out to more people. Your participation is greatly appreciated. Getting this out there to more people. Give us a hashtag live if you're watching on the live. Give us a hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. Let us know where you're watching from. We know we have a lot of fans that are watching at all times of the night, in the day. What's up? Great to see you. Hope you're having an awesome, amazing day. You could see me. I'm in a beanie over here, Brandon. I'm in a I'm in a beanie and a sweater. Do you see? I,
I, I see
hey,
you.
hey,
I
face.
see you there.
Uh-huh. Hi, live from Australia. Hashtag. Uh, who is
Nice.
it? It just says Facebook. It's just Facebook user. Do you see that, Brandon? You see that in
I,
the chat?
I see that. See, look, we are international. Pitch practice is international, folks. So, how was the week?
Great question. Oh my gosh, Brandon. Uh, yeah, 7 days since we met last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
This weekend was we're today is the first of the month, right? The last 2 months of the year. And I've been really thinking about these last 2 months as we've been post funnel hacking live for about 30 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
About about 30 days. And it's typically right after funnel hacking live that you have this, you're on this high level from being around in the room, and it's just around you, and you can use that as sort of a springboard over the next couple months. And okay, so I have to so just to funnel hacking live, I made a couple of partnerships. I made a couple partnerships, and it was really neat this time because I'm getting to partner with one of the up and coming funnel builders in the entire ClickFunnels community, the world.
Mm-hmm.
And the funnel builder certificate, trying to work out where how to actually work. And so over the past week, we've really solidified plans, and there's going to be some in some announcements made in the coming week. with another. I'm going to be doing another show, Brandon.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be doing another. We're going to be doing another show with my partner, my business partner, and we're going to be doing this one really on the linchpin model that we learned at Funnel Hacking Live. And I'm also made another kind of a business decision about putting some more systems in place to make my content more streamlined. And it's been, I've seen over this past week it start to really come into vision, and work up a few new people. So it's been pretty busy. It's been pretty busy. And that's not even talking about how the weather dropped to like 40 degrees overnight. And I just don't like the cold. I don't like the cold. So it's kept me in, with my blanket and just wrapped up while making some nice changes, turns, and excited about the last couple months of the year. And then also, we're inside of this brand new community that I think it's been a week since I've been in there. Has it been 2 weeks? Secrets.
Which one are we talking about?
The secrets of success.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the live date for that, yes, it's been live for about a week, maybe going on 2 weeks now, but been in the affiliate community for near a month. And I've seen a lot of growth come out of it. And the thoughts and the premise of it, in fact, I made a TikTok video about this the other day. What Russell's doing is it's always next level in the sense of where his mind is going when it comes to sales and marketing. And when I was going through the platform and looking at the works that were already in there, I downloaded the first book and I took a look at it, and I read everything. So I read all the pre-text and things like that. And what caught my eye was the copyright on it. So like the original copyright was in the either late 1800s or early 1900s, and then it was recopywritten for 2023. Then I recalled Russell talking about this on his Marketing Secrets podcast about public domain works and taking works that are in the public domain and republishing them to be able to monetize them. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. I mean, the Napoleon Hill Foundation has kind of kept a firm grip on Napoleon Hill stuff, but there's tons of other sales and self-development material out there that can be captured and either given away for free. You don't have to worry about it, or you can resell it because, again, it's out of copyright and there's no royalties that need to be paid. Or three, just take it and modify it and make it your own and then republish it. And there is a wealth of knowledge out there that people don't know about that, if you find it, curate it, give it away, and, use it as lead magnets or, again, make money from it. In fact, he even talks about that from way back in the day. If been in the funnel hacking community for the One Funnel Away challenge, like that was like lesson number one to coming up with your offer was finding content that was associated with it, curating it, and then either giving it away or selling it for a low dollar deal. And he was like, maybe I'll come up with a course on how to do this. And we're still waiting for that course, Russell. So I know you're not going to sell it until you make your money from it first, but I'm sure down the road he's going to talk about public domain secrets if he's already bought that URL. If he hasn't, go buy it because I'm sure it's going to be worth some money eventually.
That lets me know that you're a true funnel hacker too, man, because you kind of have to dig deep into the videos and the archives of Russell talking about it, but he has talked about it, and maybe not so deep, but just, you're right, One Funnel Away challenge. And I remember he mentioned that after so many years, I think it might be,
I think it's like
in
75 years. Like 75 years, I think is the cutoff. So I mean, at the time, it was like anything pre 1923 or 1925 or whatever. You could do whatever you want with it. In fact, Disney, Mickey Mouse copyright is coming up, so I'm sure they're going to grab it and have their lawyers on it to make sure they don't lose it. But yeah, I mean, Mickey Mouse itself was coming up for renewal to be re-copywritten. And in fact, all of Disney's stories, Snow White, Cinderella, Pinocchio, Lion King, all of those stories are rehashed from stories from the 1800s, 1700s, etc. That they
Yep.
took and republished. So there's nothing new under the sun, folks. It's just knowing where it's at to scoop it up.
Yeah. And all you can make minor modifications. I think minor modifications to the original work, and then give it a new name. But I'd always known with Think and Grow Rich that, because the copy that I actually had, or the copy that I was introduced to, it was called a Think and Grow Rich action pack. Action pack. I think it was like an action pack. It was the book, but it included these summaries at the end of each chapter, along with activities that you could do to practice the principles that were taught in that chapter. So, and yeah, it was called Think and Grow Rich Action Pack. But I've seen Think and Grow Rich for the entrepreneur, Think and Grow Rich for the teachers. So I think that's really where you capitalize on republishing those same works from years ago and applying it to your specific your specific profession, or your specific interests, and who you want to reach.
Absolutely. In fact, as soon as that light bulb hit me, it smacked me over the head. It was like, if I'm going to work and monetize the Secrets of Success deal and get this pushed out, I have not yet, due to other circumstances, situations, really focused on this program. And I'm not really one to jump from program to program and be one of those types of just program pushers. But if I'm dedicated to something and I know it won't help me, I know help other people, then obviously I'll go with it. Hence, the Cardone sales training, which I have access to. Now Think and Grow Rich material is great. But I went and I looked up public domain, and I came across a site called the Gutenberg Project. And there's a ton of works there that are available to use and just give away. And there's hardly any copyright on any of the works. And I found a book that really it ended up blowing my mind when I downloaded it, because it said how to make money. I'm like, really? How to make money? Okay. 1922. 1922 is when the book was published and copywritten. So I opened it up and I read the contents of it, at least the forward and the table of contents, and it was like, make candy, donuts. If you're a student, neckties. Like, do you know how to make neckties? Can you start a shirt factory? And a couple other ways to do it. Can you edit a column in your local newspaper? And so I read through it, and they're just short little paragraph deals on how to, make money. And a couple of them, for the student, be a babysitter. Like, who doesn't know how to be a babysitter, right? Making candy, get a candy recipe, and then, take them around the local shops and sell them. So it was like, wow, back like 101 years ago, people were still peddling how to make money. And it just goes to show, again, there's nothing new under the sun. The medium has changed. And now today you're seeing, well, how to make money online, how to make money in crypto, how to make money,
using AI, how to
Using
make money
AI,
using Chat
chatbots.
GPT, how,
Yep.
yeah, how to make money on LinkedIn, how to make money on Instagram. Yeah, yeah,
And that's
yeah.
essentially, and that's what that book did. It just curated all the things that you could possibly do back then in 1922. And then, but at the end of the book, it was a sales letter for
Yeah.
a sales course and to sell this little women's library.
Oh, really?
Yes. So it was a
Wow.
series of, it was a series of 7 books. And I don't know if I got it pulled up now. I know we're
Yeah,
trying to get off.
I'm like, wow, that's like the ultimate kind of a lead magnet. Think
Yeah. So
about
it was an entire lead magnet as well as the thing, because as you know, like they didn't have internet back then, so they had to lump everything together. It's not like they could have, just given you the download for the 10 things to do, to make money, and then send you to a thank you page or another VSL to then sell you this course. They had to lump it all into one. So let me pull up this book here.
that sounds neat. And that's interesting. It's interesting about that that you're talking about, because that's kind of like what we got into in the book today. Because
Yep. When
you
it
know,
comes to advertising and pitching and selling and things like that. In fact, the book itself goes into, like, from 1922, goes into some of the concepts here when it comes to building your list out and just networking and talking to people. Obviously, back in 1922, it was a little bit different. I mean, you could still take out ads in the newspaper, and I'm sure there were still billboards and things like that, posters you can put up around town, etc. But it's a lot slower. So, yeah. So the contents, start a little grocery store, make money making candy, own a shirt factory. Can you make neckties? Can you edit an interesting column in your local newspaper? And what I liked about the newspaper deal, this has been conceptualized digitally as well. Well, the newspaper column was like Betty's Deals, right? So it was like an advertorial to where Betty would go around town and see who had the best deal. But they would talk to the shop owners and sell inches of the column. So depending on how much you paid for that inch or 2 or 3 inches, depending on is how much advertisement you got in that deal section. Well, I think it's like Brad's List or something like that online, to where it talks about the best products and things like that you can do online. I don't know if it's called Brad's List, but I know it's something list. Donuts, how fortunes are made. That gets into the actual sales letter part of it, because fortunes are made selling. Like the most wealthy people in the world are selling, and that's why Chet is doing his ultimate sales machine deal. And then it talks about how to secure a free course in salesmanship. And if I go to that section,
can you share your screen?
I might be able to here.
Yeah, you can share it. It'll give you that little icon down there with the screen and an arrow pointing up. Sorry.
You're okay.
My nose. It's cold. Okay.
All right. Can you see it?
Okay. Well, I'll have to bring it on screen. So let me bring it on screen here. Let's shift how we're showing up. Oh, there you go. I'm big and you're small. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that the screen's big for me anyway, so it's good.
Okay, one second. All right. Now you see, now we've got you on there too, along with the page you're sharing.
Yep.
Can you see us too on the side right here?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. So
all right, thanks. Smash that heart button. Push this out. All right, go ahead.
This is knowledge here. So
yeah.
So after the so if we go back up here, so we got the candies, neckties, edit an interesting column in your local newspaper, set up a tea room and gift shops, like maybe start up a small coffee shop, rooms. So this is like Airbnb in the modern era here. like to sell.
How would you like to
sell
sell
real
real
estate?
estate? Uh-huh.
Now, this was before you probably even needed a license to do it. But if you wanted to conceptualize this to today without having to have and get a real estate license, is just be a wholesaler, buy and sell contracts. You don't have to have a real estate license to do that.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I've looked at it. You can flip. You can flip contracts without being a.
Flip them. Okay, yeah.
You flip the contracts.
Buy and sell.
Yeah, you flip the contracts.
Okay.
Kindergarten. Yep. Now this isn't like an educational kindergarten, like a typical school. This is more like a manners school for little kids. Student that talks about the babysitting, spending $2 in one ads, to get deals, lampshades, and then it goes into the pitch here.
Donuts. Oh, look at that. To which of these classes do you belong?
Yep. So we're going into, I like that. We're going into the sales pitch here. Who are you? Are you, the time clock puncher? What are you looking forward to? Are you employed at some factory? You don't want to go out and meet new people, things like that. Or you shut up behind some kind of soda shop counter. Are you too proud to work? You come from one of those hoity-toity families, like, I don't need to work. Are you a young wife, that needs something to do? And then it goes into what every girl would like to do. So, that's just kind of pitching to it. And I think this book is geared more towards women than anything. But I mean, there are some things, men can obviously do in here as well. But just for whatever reason, went on that women's path. And again, they're selling books called The Women's Library.
Wow.
Is what it's called.
What every girl would like to do. Okay.
And then here's how fortunes are made. Is that when you hear of someone making a fortune, you find that 9 times out of 10 it was made by selling something.
There's your hook right there. You teach them about selling something, and then you tell them that selling something is how you make your fortune. Now I'm waiting for here's how you sell something to make a fortune.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And it's like, do you know that salesmen are made, not born? Sure, there are people out there that are naturally gifted with the gift of gab and can convince people to do whatever they want. But most people are taught this skill of salesmanship and things like that. But then again, it's speaking to a woman, because again, it's saying I'm a woman, but what do I know about salesmanship?
And that's awesome, because you're breaking false beliefs right there, right?
Yep. That was the false belief deal. And then here's how to secure a free course in salesmanship. And it'll tell you how to develop personality, analyze your buyer, anything that you would need in selling. And here's how you do it.
Wow.
So who are you? If you're a married woman and have some spare time, I'll show you how to earn $25 to $50 per week during your spare hours. Now, $20 to $50 in 1922 was a good chunk of change, right?
Yeah. So this begs the question: who wrote this?
John Dunlap.
John Dunlap. He was marketing to women.
Yep. Now, let's put this in perspective here. I just looked up an inflation calendar. $50 a week in 1922 would be an equivalent of $916 today. So nearly $1,000 today. He was promoting you could potentially make from this this course, so to speak.
So that was that's $52,000 a year,
roughly. Yep.
Well, $1,000 a week for 52 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, roughly a little bit less than $1,000. So yeah, okay.
And so here's plan one. So it tells you where to go to start your selling deal, in the sense that you're going to your local newspaper and you're pairing up the Little Women's Library with a subscription to the newspaper. The newspaper's free for 10 weeks if you buy the Little Women's Library. And so you would cover the cost of the subscription out of your profits and still be somewhat profitable there. So same thing with affiliate marketing in the offers that you stack on to what the program is. You know, some people say they give away their free course if you sign up for my program, right? Obviously, they've already created the program. It doesn't cost them anything. There's zero cost fulfillment of a program other than their hosting and things like that. But again, that's the 2023 version of it. The complete set of the 7 books cost you $1.50. 10-week subscription to the paper costs you 65 cents. So your total in each would be $2.15, and you will receive $3 for each subscription. So you sell the books for $3 and you profit 85 cents. You sell 5 of those. You sell 5.
Wow, 85 cents, huh?
Yeah, so you sell 5 of those, 6 of those. There's your, extra $5-6 a week of just extra petty money. Sell 100 of them.
And you know what? I wouldn't. And then I'm looking at this next paragraph, and it says, "Would you enjoy traveling all over America?" This could be responsible for a lot of people doing that kind of door-to-door salesman or that traveling salesperson, where they just say, I've seen where people will just go and be dropped off in an area, sort of like your guy, Lewis Curtis, right? Is that his name?
Yeah, Lewis Curtis, Grant Cardone, dropped off in Pueblo, Colorado, and made a $6.5 million business in 90 days. Crazy, but and again, it's just the sales letter is just continuing to sell. And breaking false beliefs. Like, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter whether you're man, woman, young girl. The only thing that matters are these. You must get out of your head that you are capable of doing big things.
Right.
Grit your teeth and start. Close your eyes to everything but success. And then he gives them the plan on how to do it.
All right. So, do you see yourself republishing this work?
I've already started. So I took the sections out from the beginning on how to make money and modernize them for 2022. And then I need to figure out this back end for this this sales letter and how to kind of tie it into the Secrets of Success offer and or Cardone University. You know what I mean? Because they need something to resell, right? Secrets of Success you can resell without having to buy it, which is great. But it's just one of the things. So yeah, so all this text here just gives you all of the information on the books.
So seems like we're talking about Secrets of Success again.
It is. It's rolling back into it just because it's still so fresh. But he is using all of the.
Wait. I'm putting us back to.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it's getting into what we read here in the book, in the sense. For your marketing weapons, we went over the first one today in advertising, and saying that it must be distinctive, and this form of advertising here is distinctive. This small little book, everything that we've seen so far with the SOS has been distinctive when it comes to the landing pages. Though I have yet to see an ad on it, because I don't think Russell's running ads just yet to it.
What what I was observing recently, going inside the membership area and seeing the the structure of it, and uh, he has acquired more than 7,000 of these rare manuscripts and audiobooks, and he has put it inside of this monthly membership area, where he will allow credits, that as long as you're paying the membership, you get credits every month for access to some of these works. I think he took a page from the Audible playlist, the Audible game plan. Does if
Yeah.
you if you if you're subscribed to Audible, you love getting those free credits every month that you can use to purchase one of these the books that they have on there and on there. But that's that reward coming every month kind of keeps you coming back. So for me, when I'm looking at how he is how he's operating this secrets of success, I'm thinking about what can I do similar to that, to have that same stickiness, to get
Hmm.
the same result for the continuity that we're developing, for our our members in our continuity. So I really took that from it, and I like how, I think to myself, what makes me go into the secrets of success, and why am I there? What is it?
Hmm.
What is it that's going to keep me paying every month? And what would get me to try it out? And I think that's really the approach that I'm taking on this one, is just to actually get in there and use the material and benefit from it, and then just share the thoughts and the learnings that I'm getting from inside of it, and how I might be using what I'm learning from Russell's strategies inside of the membership, or I might be learning from the actual material itself, because there's actually a book club in there as well.
Yeah.
Russell's trying to bite us. You know that, right?
Yeah. He's doing a good job at it too. And when
Russell
it
is
comes to that,
copying. Yeah, Russell is copying us. Why won't you just ask us to come, Russell? You know,
yeah.
we'll
Um,
put on pitch practice for the Secrets of Success membership. We'll do it for ClickFunnels in the membership there. All you have to do is ask, and we'll present the right numbers to you. And if it works, we'll agree.
100%. Um, yeah, and
It's either that, or we're going to take the first offer from Grant Cardone. So
we'll make sure to tag
you
him in
know,
this so he watches it. Um,
yeah,
but trying to get back on target, I know I went on a huge tangent with the whole salesmanship thing, but we're reading The Ultimate Sales Machine, so all those things they do correlate. We got into a little bit of the advertising part of it, and
yeah, yeah,
I was surprised that he talked about billboard advertising. Um, I
yeah,
100 I
yeah.
100% loathe billboard advertising because I
Loathe.
loathe it because I fall into the realm. Kennedy is direct response. This
Yeah,
book is talking more about direct response sales. Russell's direct response. Cardone, he's 100% direct response because from the automotive world and salesmanship that way. And sure, automotive dealerships, they slap up billboards all the time because they just have money to burn. And that's where I see billboard advertising is just burning your money, because
yeah.
they're usually not done right. For one, hold on, let me fix my exposure there. Get a little washed out.
All right. Okay.
They're usually getting they're not able to track it very well. Let's put it that way. And two, sure, it could be just a branding play to make you feel like a local celebrity, which is good, and could make the job closing the deal a little bit easier. But if you can't track it, don't spend the money. That's just my philosophy with it. That's why I don't like it.
But that was the way that advertising has been done for so many years prior to our ability to really well, okay, so you could track results with a direct mail campaign, right?
Absolutely.
You can you can track results, but can you really? Can you really track results? Um, a direct mail piece may have an indirect effect on your business that you may not be able to track. Sure, what can you track with direct mail? You can track responses. Um, you can't track open rates. You can't track who actually looks at it. You can't track who throws it in the trash. Uh,
Well, I mean,
you can't track those things. So you can only track when people call back and may say, "Oh, here's my coupon code that you put,"
that's it.
or maybe if they scan a QR code, then you can track that. I have direct mail pieces that I might keep up here for a phone number. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
And
that's
may not
perfectly.
necessarily, and may not. Uh-huh.
I was going to say, yeah, that's perfectly all well and good, and that's the point. I mean, the only thing you're really tracking when it comes to your advertisement is the response. So, if a company puts up a billboard but then uses the same telephone number that they use on their website and their business card, you don't know where that call is coming from. So you don't know how effective that advertising is to justify the ad spend. And with the direct mail piece, again, you could put a coupon in there. If more people turn in that coupon, then you know how effective that ad is. The same thing with postcard mailing for local automotive shops and automotive places. You put that $25 oil change coupon on there, must present to redeem offer. Again, you're able to track how many get turned in based on the number that you send out, and then from there you can calculate your general ROI. But no, I totally understand and get that you won't know who throws it away. Those are the nitty gritty deals that we're used to seeing now when it comes to email marketing and general Facebook ads on impressions and things like that. Impressions are great, but it all boils down to the response.
Right, right. He when we were listening today, he said that when we talked about man, it's like every time we listen to this book or read it, it's like I'm just loving what he says. I'm like writing in this book. But he said that he loathes these people that go out there and try to advertise and they're not getting a response, and they'll give this I think he was talking about radio advertising.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about how I think what he was really distinguishing between was brand marketing, building brand awareness, and not having a call to action.
Mm-hmm.
Not having a call to action. And he talked about not really liking that. He said he loathed it, right? When you don't have a call to action. But then, I think, and the same thing with Dan Kennedy, because Dan Kennedy, I think one of his principles is that if it doesn't have a call to action, then don't do it. You're wasting your money.
Yeah.
But I don't know if to me, I don't know if it's really wasting your money as much as understanding what the goal of that communication is. If the goal is to get them to take action, then of course you want to put a call to action. But I think that the other part is the branding part is kind of important too. And sometimes those messages don't actually ask the person to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think you might see it sometimes where people will talk about fatigue. They talk about beating your audience up, and always giving a call to action in every single communication. You kind of train them to expect a call to action. And I don't I think maybe that can cause a little bit of fatigue. You know, maybe it wasn't so much back in the early 1800s, or I say early 1900s, or even when he wrote this book. But today, advertising is just so uh, in your face, and everywhere. So I did like that about what we talked about in this chapter, and I like just the whole background of this chapter that we read when we talked about he talked about the 7 musts of marketing, and said was that you should have a stacked marketing approach. He called it stacked marketing. And what was the stacked marketing is coordinating all of your marketing weapons rather than having varying and conflicting messages. You know what this screamed to me, the stacked marketing.
So,
Even though the medias that he mentioned in this chapter it was pre-internet, pretty much pre-internet, talking about radio advertising. He talked a lot about radio advertising, and then also the billboards. But I think of the stack marketing as kind of this, having all of your messages across all of your social media platforms, and stacking them in a coordinated method, and the personality attraction flywheel. You remember the personality attraction flywheel? Uh Man, where is my book? One second. Okay.
there it is. I
Man,
got my linchpin book somewhere.
every time I open up this book, I just get a little bit more. Hey, look. Hey, look, Brandon.
Yep, there's your football phone we talked about last week.
There's your Mifke. There's your Mifke.
50.
Okay. All right, so here is. Yep, this is it right there.
Yeah,
If
that
you
was it. If you know, you know. Maybe. I don't know. It's too washed out. That's okay.
That's the personality attractive character flywheel. Shorts, long, Dream 100, newsletter, dramatic demonstrations. Yeah, there you go. Got it now. That's what it reminds me of. And that was the real big thing I took out of this chapter, just making sure that you stacked your marketing and having all your messages rather than having varying and even conflicting messages from each separate weapon. And marketing, you develop a consistent message, look, theme, and slogan that carries throughout all of your marketing efforts. Branding, and stacking one on top of the other. Stacking. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that communication.
You know what I like about this flywheel the most? It's the bottom of it. I don't know if you can scroll back a little bit if you're watching this on a replay or whatever. But if you look at the bottom left, it's the foundation, and your foundation is your email newsletter. It's building that list.
Yep.
So much so that I am working on a funnel to help businesses build their list up, and getting that small little mini course out there. So I'm finally going to put out my first course.
Oh, really?
and
Oh,
see
really?
how that goes. Yeah, so I don't know if
Do tell us in this last 5 minutes.
all right, last 5 minutes. So full transparency. I mean, it is a bit of a PLR course that I'm like mashing together two separate deals into one. So you're getting like twice the value you would get from just like a mini course, and it's going to be further expanded. But it's going to come down to building your first email list and what it's going to take to do it. And yeah, just take everything that I've learned from this deal and just start promoting that deal. It's going to be really inexpensive, so it's entry level. It's nothing complicated. So look for that to come out in the next week or two while I figure out a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So a lot of irons in the fire. Just got to pull out the right one and start striking on it. But yeah, this mini email course just makes sense because when I was taking the digital marketer courses, that's the first certification that I went for was email marketing, because that is the foundation of any business, is having that list and to be able to immediately communicate to that list. Because platforms, there's money in platforms, but you can lose that money so quickly if they shadow ban you, ghost you, kick you off for whatever reason, you make somebody mad, they report you, etc. You have zero control, but you have 100% control over your email list. So if you can build that, you'll be golden, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on. So next couple weeks, your first email list.
If you're out there listening and you've subscribed to my newsletter, you can find my newsletter easily by going to one of my social profiles, either on, I don't know if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on LinkedIn, if you're watching on Twitter, give us a hashtag down below where you're watching on. And you can find my link to my link tree on there. It will give you a link to become a mental marketer insider. That is my newsletter. Okay. I may not have sent out any emails.
I haven't. My Monday Marketing Madness has fallen off, but it's going to be starting back up here. I think my last one I sent was before the summer, and then crap started hitting the fan, and I was like, yeah, I need to get back on it. So next week, Monday Marketing Madness starts up again. I'm going to be moving everybody that I had in Get Response over to my ClickFunnels account, and that's where I'll be sending it out of.
Yeah. So you may not get any new emails from me, but I do have a series of emails that will go out automatically once you join and become a mental marketer insider. Recently, I had someone join and tell me how they enjoyed my sequence, my beginning email sequence, and they said that I knew it was ClickFunnels. I think it was Russell. It was like I had the whole high drama during your email, and I felt the cliffhanger. And they told me that my titles, my subject lines, they were like, I just couldn't resist. I had to open it. So that was a really good compliment. I tell you, Brandon, my emails have gone through some dramatic changes over the years. I've done a lot of split testing. I've changed, I've changed subject lines. I have split test subject lines. I've split test links in the email, and I've finally come up with this combination that's a winner. And I've been rolling with that beginning sequence, that sequence that everyone is like, what do I write? How do I communicate over a long period of time consistently? So I'm sure that the course that you're building is really going to help people get over that hurdle and that kind of false belief that they might have about email marketing.
Yeah, and then especially when Perry said that you can sell newsletters, it was like, okay, I'm in. We're going. We're going to start talking about newsletters, and again, maybe I'll tie that into the how to make money deal as far as like the lead magnet side of it, to where I'll just sell my own course and not promote the secrets of success. I don't know. There's just so many ways to go with it, but it's
absolutely,
it's easy.
absolutely,
It's easy to do. Just dedicate the time to do it.
absolutely, absolutely. We've come to the end. Perfect ending. 5 minutes. That's we're gonna wrap up the show, and glad that you tuned in with us. Just remember, every Wednesday right here, same bat time, same bat station on whatever channel you're watching on. Pitch Practice, the show. Hopefully we'll have our third partner back here sometime soon.
I know we're missing her. We're missing her. She's missed a month. I'm getting a little worried.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have our third partner back here soon. But we're glad to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. And last words, Brandon.
Just keep your head down and stay focused. That's really all that I can say to do.
Yeah, there's a challenge tomorrow for the Secrets of Success starting tomorrow. There'll be a link down below. If you've heard about the program, always been interested, get your free ticket in the comments. I'll leave your free ticket to register and attend that challenge. I don't know if it's going to be made evergreen. So right now is going to be your opportunity. This is a 3-day challenge where this one is going to be going through the book, How to Get Anything You Want. It's an interesting book that was written in the early 1800s by Elsie. I can't remember her name right now, but she was a pioneer, and she had some controversial teachings. There were some controversial teachings for the time, but just about psychology and mindset. And I think at the time, people thought some of these philosophies, they considered this psychology of success sort of a voodoo, sort of this. Yeah, it's how some people think of it as woo woo, and I think some people still think of it as woo woo. And I can agree with it to a point, because thinking and growing rich, you got to do more than just think. You can't just think and grow rich. And I think that's where a lot of people got tied up with the whole secret thing. You can't just sit in your basement and in the in the dungeon underground thinking, I'm going to be rich one day. If I could only imagine, I'm going to bring it to me. No, you got to do more than that. You got to bring these thoughts and bring them into the physical being. I think I talk about that. That's what I took away from Think and Grow Rich and the entire personal development and mind thought philosophies, is that it starts with a thought. So if you don't get past that start, then you're not going to bring it into existence. And it starts with the thought. So thinking and growing rich is super important, but there are steps to take to bring it into fruition. And that's what we'll be exploring. Challenge. Check out the comments. Free ticket to register and attend. And see you next week. Same bat time, same bat station for Pitch Practice. The show.
And just to add to that, I'm not going any longer, but so you know who authored the book, it's Elise Lincoln Benedict. And it's How to Get Anything You Want. Copyright 1923, recopywritten 2023 by The Secrets of Success LLC. So he's already renabbed that back up. So if it's not in the public domain now, still because of that, you could still probably take it, annotate it, and do what you want with it. But at least this version of it, you can't do anything with. Gotta jump on it while the iron's hot. But anyway, yes, thanks again for watching, and we will see you next week.
Did you want it? Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we could keep talking, but
We could. We can go
thanks
another
for
hour if
tuning
you
in.
want.
We'll see you next week.
See you
Take
next
care.
week. Bye.
All right.